Hello friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Gabby. I'm a New York City based life and style content creator. I'm also a full-time PhD student at NYU. I have quite a busy day, so we're gonna see what we get up to. I have an event with CeraVe, which is why I'm wearing blue. I felt like that was very CeraVe colors. And got a busy day at lab, so we will see what we get up to. Yeah, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more rapid updates, you know. Let's go ahead and get the day started. Cool. Hello, I just went into the CeraVe event. It is in Chelsea. It was like a playground theme surrounding their cleansers, so that was cute and fun. Now I'm headed back to lab, but yeah, always a cute time with CeraVe. Nice. Hello friends, it's now Friday evening and I am in my house chilling, about to redo a couple of my mini twists. For the most part I did okay. I had one in the back fall, well, didn't fall out. I took it out because it was about to fall out. We can't have twist falling out, you know, that's embarrassing. For the most part things are holding up well. It's a little bit frizzy, but it's a lot more humid now than it was the first time I did it, so I'm just gonna redo probably the middle part so that it can be crisp for the weekend and the next 2 weeks until I take these out. But yeah, that's what we're working with. I figured that I would talk you through my products since I'm not going to do a tutorial, mostly because I don't feel qualified to do a tutorial. There are already so many good videos on here that teach you how to do it, so I will link you to those, but I'm going to show you what products I use because I do think that may be helpful. Alright, so first up, if you're wondering what hair I use, so I use this hair. This is the 16-inch springy afro twist, and I get the color 2, and it comes with like 3 bundles, and it's like individual. I'll take one out for you. But it's like individual bundles here, and then within the bundle there's like a single like curl piece. And like other videos will tell you, I split this into 4 and use each one of those for each, like one of the 4 becomes a twist, and I just fold it in half. And the length is pretty good. I mean, I don't really love super long. I just want it to be like substantial enough for me to put into a ponytail if I need to. So for me, the length works. So when I'm twisting, I start with the Camille Rose Almond Joy twisting butter. Looks like this. I really like this brand a lot. It smells good as well. I feel like it keeps my hair soft and moisturized, which is key. And then for a little bit more like hold throughout the weeks, I find that the Curls Blueberry Bliss curl control jelly is really good to keep kind of frizz under control. I try to redo this like once a week. I use the African Pride Olive Miracle anti-breakage foam setting mousse, and it's non-flaking as well. I really like this. I feel like it makes my mini twist shiny and keeps them from getting super duper frizzy, at least like in the first week and a half. And also in terms of longevity, I feel like just having a good satin scarf, satin bonnet duo happening is what really helps with keeping them fresh for longer. And I think that's pretty much all the hair wisdom I can give for right now, but I'm going to refresh some of my twists and watch a movie. So let's do that. Cool. Hello friends, good morning. Today is Saturday. Today I am going to the Met, but we've got to get ready. So I usually start with skincare because most important thing I think that we need to be focusing on. When I got up this morning, I did a quick cleanse with the La Roche-Posay micellar water. This is great. It's a little expensive, but this bottle lasts for quite a bit of time, so I feel like it's cost per use worth it. And then I typically rehydrate my face with another La Roche-Posay. This is the Eau Thermale thermal spring water. This I think is unnecessary. It's kind of just like a little luxury for me. It's just like a nice mist of hydration. On the weekends, I like to do some type of mask situation, but this morning I used the Patchology Ice Serve Chilled on Ice eye masks. I adore these. They're so good. When you put them on, they really feel like they've been in the fridge. And I used to put my Patchology patches in the fridge for them to be super cold, but you don't need that, and I feel like it just depuffs. One thing I didn't do this morning was ice roll, and I'm gonna go grab that right now. I've been adding that back in my routine, and I do feel like it helps just with like getting the puffiness and bloating out of my face. So this ice roller, I'm pretty sure my mom got me off, and it's from Amazon. If you like search ice roller, I'm sure it's like one of the first ones to come up, but I use this. But before I do that, I like to do one of my two serums that I use. So today we are going to use the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. This is probably what put me back onto like really liking skincare. For a while I just like couldn't find anything that really worked for me, and I think it just made it something. It made skincare not as fun. Not that it's supposed to be fun, I think it's definitely supposed to be functional, but I think it can be frustrating when you're using a bunch of products and absolutely none of them are working for you in terms of like, you know, reducing hyperpigmentation or getting really clear glass-like skin. When you're kind of putting a lot of time and money into things and they're not working, it's frustrating. So this Peach and Lily in general was like one of the brands that really like clicked for my skin. Like I feel like it really started doing stuff. So I've talked about them several times before, so that should not be new information. But basically, put that serum on, and then I go in with my ice roller, and as my mom would say, your lymph nodes are superficial, so you don't need to be like mashing your skin. Really just light work. Feels really nice. It wakes me up in the morning. I'm still getting up at like 5 a.m. and some days when I'm like struggling, I'll ice roll and it'll be like it's 10 a.m. and I'm fully awake. So cannot recommend enough. Also in the summer, I feel like just the coldness when waking up feels really nice. A little bit on the forehead. So one product that I kind of wish I wouldn't have tried, only because now I like definitely need to buy the full size, is the Glow Recipe Dewdrops. This is the mini size. I got it as a Sephora like welcome gift, I think, or something. I don't know. It was like a free trial gift that I used points for. And I was like, oh, I see everyone and their mother using this. I need to try it. And then I was like, oh, it's another beauty product to add to my rotation, which I don't love doing, but for this product I do it. So these are the Watermelon Glow at Niacinamide Dewdrops. I do like 2 pumps in the morning, and the glow
that my skin will have before I do any other makeup is crazy. I know some people mix this with like the Armani Luminous Silk Bronzing Drops or the Say Super Gel, but I just kind of do that first thing and let it really get into the skin. The next thing I do is I use the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Duo, another product that I've talked about a lot. I just use this as a spot treatment when I have pimples. I try to catch them before they really form into like big guys. I feel like that's the most potent use of this, but you can also use it as like, oh, there's a pimple there, can we like calm it down? But I really like it. I feel like it keeps it in track. I also feel like my pimples stay around less time, which is nice. Like they're not like, you know, on my face for like 5 days. They really dissipate quickly, which is what we want. The next product that I'm gonna use is sunscreen. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on now because I am gonna do my makeup, and I like for this to just kind of like sit down in my skin for a little bit before I apply the foundation that I'm gonna use, because I feel like as little product underneath that as possible is what makes it work the best, to be honest. But this is the La Roche-Posay. As you can tell, I'm an LRP girly. This is the Anti-Helios Light Fluid Sunscreen in the ultralight formula. And that's my one gripe with sunscreen. And I just don't like the white cast. I do not like looking like Casper. I want the melanin to show out, and sometimes sunscreen is really like the bane of my existence. But yes, that is the skin situation. And then lastly, I've been just using the Phytoglow lip balm from Naturium. The first impressions of this is that I really like it. However, I feel like I'm not gonna use this as an overnight situation. I think it actually does not leave your lips super hydrated. I feel like I've started waking up in the morning with just kind of drier lips than usual, so I'm going to go back to using Aquaphor at night. I just feel like that is unmatched. It's just the way to go. But I think in terms of like a daytime, just like tinted lip balm situation, these are cute and work well. So yeah, but that's the skincare situation. I need to drink water immediately, so I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle, and then we will get on to the rest of our getting ready situation. Let's do it. Alright, so I am a makeup outfit girly. I know some people like to do outfit makeup. That feels chaotic to me, but I do like to know what I'm gonna wear. If you do your makeup first, do you just have no idea what your outfit's gonna be, or do you plan your outfit and then, I just don't put it physically on me, but I like to have some idea of what I'm gonna wear. So right now it's like 76 degrees. It's gonna be a high of 80 something, which means it's gonna be warm, but I wanna wear jeans. And I wanna wear jeans because I got new shoes. And I feel like my new shoes go with jeans. They could also go with jean shorts, but I feel like they go with jeans, you know? And so I always do this thing where when something's trendy, I either love it or hate it for no other reason other than I love it or I hate it in that moment. And for these, I was really like, I don't know about that. They're just sneakers. Why is everyone losing their mind? And of course, when I was browsing, like last week, they had a pair that I think I actually liked in my size, and everything else was sold out. And I was like, do I do it? Do I get it? So obviously I'm holding up the box. They're quite clearly Adidas, so you could probably guess what shoes they are, but I will show them to you. So I ended up getting a pair of the Adidas Sambas. They look like this in the box. I'll take them out for you. I'm very excited for them. I always get kind of boring sneakers. It's an affliction that I have, but I kind of went, not even crazy, they're still white sneakers, but they are colorful. They're this fun orangey striped on the sides and then the back as well. And then on the inside, they're actually got the like cloud white, so they're not orange on both sides, which at first I was kind of bummed about because I think I like the look of the color on the inside, but I think when you're looking at them head on, they're kind of cool looking. And then they also have the iconic suede front T-strap, T-strap? T-toe? I don't know what this is called. Somewhat close to my apartment that I'm gonna try and break these in today, and it's not gonna rain, so I think it's a good time to just do a very light walk to the Met, walk around in the museum, come back and see how they do. But yeah, we're gonna do these sneakers, and because we're gonna do these sneakers, I think that I'm going to do my wide leg dark-ish wash. I mean, on camera they look kind of just like blue, but they're a little bit darker than I think I usually go for, but they're just the wide leg pant from Old Navy. If you don't know already, Old Navy has the best jeans in my opinion. I think that they have lasted me the longest out of a lot of my jeans, and I've had some expensive jeans, like over $100 pairs of jeans, and these for me, they just last longer and they fit me the best. So I got the wide leg jeans, and the wide leg jeans I also would say maybe size up, especially if you're on the cusp. But I think it's just like a how much stretch does this denim have type situation. I think I'm gonna go super basic and do this creamy white tank top. This one's from H&M. It is another fave of mine. I like shopping basics from there. If you know how to shop H&M basics, they will also last you an incredibly long time. Hydrate. It's a relaxed fit white button down, and I think this with the cream and the denim and the shoes is just like a very like cool, you know, really chill, but I'm fashionable, but I'm like relaxed vibe that I like. So I think that's the outfit we're gonna give, which means makeup, we're just doing very glowy, very summery. And hair, I've been watching a lot of like early 2000s movies, one of which is, actually we'll save this. We'll save this, we'll come back to it, okay? But yeah, so now that we have outfit figured out, let's do makeup. Cool. Okay, we are doing makeup. If I look off camera, it's because I'm looking in a mirror to make sure that I don't look insane. Typically, I do my makeup on my little vanity setup that I have back here, but for lighting purposes, I want it to look as natural lighting as possible. I still have a ring light and like a little block that I use, so I still have some added light here. But we're gonna do my, I think, tried and true summer makeup routine for when I want to wear makeup but I don't, but it's hot outside and I know I'm just gonna sweat as soon as I step outside. But usually I have my AC running, so hopefully it doesn't get too hot in here. But we'll see what happens. It's fine. Woke up this morning, did paint my nails. I painted my nails. This is Ultramarine from Manicurist. There we go. This is Ultramarine from Manicurist, which is my favorite nail polish brand at the moment, so good stuff. The first thing I did was my skincare. Finished off on sunscreen. The dewdrops have me looking extra dewy, which I like. So I like to do my concealer first. I've been using the Almay Cole concealer for a hot minute. I love this stuff, it's so good. But in the summer, I don't really apply a ton, so I really just want to do that inner corner here to brighten up the under eye, then just like a line here to really lift the face. I've recently been trying this. I've seen this on TikTok. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's kind of scary looking at first. And then a little bit here. Some around the mouth. I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation there, and a little bit on the forehead. And then I let that sit for like 30 seconds to a minute. But in the meantime, I'm also going to do my eyebrows. I've been using, this is like gnarly looking, but for the sake of transparency here, I've been using the brow side of the Brow and Lash Duo. This is like the most inexpensive but best eyebrow product that I've used so far. I'm really holding out from buying the Benefit brow because I feel like across the board that's the most recommended, but it's expensive and this is like $3. So another thing I've learned from the TikTok girlies is you just kind of like brush the product into your brow and then you kind of work it up. I don't really know if that does anything, but we're gonna pretend that it does. And this will definitely give you that like fluffy eyebrow look that everyone is on, but I like to soften it just a little bit so it's not as fluffed. And I get my eyebrows threaded and that's pretty much all I do to them. I don't really use any color product. This is clear. So yeah, that's eyebrows. Super simple, super easy. I know there's debate about whether you do these first or do these last. The nature of this product, I think it's actually better to do it first. Otherwise, all of the excess like product that I've used is gonna tear up any foundation or concealer that you do up there. I don't think this is the brush that you're supposed to use for this, but this is what I do, so just bear that in mind. But this is the foundation brush from It Cosmetics by Ulta. It Cosmetics has such good brushes. I also have Sigma, but these It Cosmetics, even the ones for Ulta, are very, very good. And I start around the mouth and I really just like pat in and I keep it concentrated into these zones. And it really blends into the skin so easily. Like, it looks like I'm almost not wearing anything, but if you get close, you can see that it just gives a little bit of coverage to that hyperpigmentation. Yeah, I think this brush is really just not good for is the under eye, but for the sake of using less brushes, I just use this anyway. But yeah. So blended, not blended. I feel like it just evens out some areas. Looking kind of scary right now, I feel like the moment. Next, I'm gonna go in and add a little bit of color to my face. This is the Uoma Beauty Contour Sculpt and Strobe Stick. I got this in a partnership with Nordstrom, which the Nordstrom in New York City has such a good beauty section. So if you haven't tried that, you should definitely go and check it out. It is the shade, I don't know what shade this is actually. I wanna say it's like brown sugar, but don't quote me on that. Oh yeah, brown sugar. Contour color looks like this. And at first I was a bit intimidated with doing something that dark, but this actually gives just like a really nice color. I do here, I do a dot here because this is really pigmented, and then a dot here, and then I do on the bridge of the nose and under. Just blend that the same way I did the concealer. This color, it's very creamy, and it does what it needs to do, which I like. But yeah, it just brings a little bit of depth here. And then I've got a big old forehead, so that's mostly why I add color up here. But yeah. And I'm gonna, this is again another situation where there's probably a better brush for this, but we are working with what we have at the given moment. But I like to blend it all the way up to my eyebrow. Same on this side. And again, you can already see I'm adding some color and dimension. Don't forget under your neck, because I have, and that's really embarrassing for everyone involved. That's what we're working with on that. The hero of this routine is my foundation, which I go back and forth on still to this day. I think I like it more than I don't like it. Like, I've had more good days with it than I've had bad days, and I think it really is dependent upon what you're using underneath it. So if you have like a very intense primer routine, a very intense like pre-foundation steps, this is probably not going to cooperate, because really it's supposed to be like skincare that is also a foundation, and so I think it just does not match well when there's a lot of product that's interacting with it. But when it is doing what I want it to do, it is fantastic. So I'm going to use the Saie Glowy Super Skin Foundation. Saie is quickly becoming one of my favorite beauty brands, but this is a foundation that they sent me in like March or April, I think, and I literally just do a single pump for my entire face. One pump. My initial issue with this was that it's expensive. It's like $48, I think, and I was like, that is just so much for a foundation. I still think it's a lot. However, if I only have to do a single dot on my entire face, like, that's gonna last so long. So I think it's almost worth it. But I literally just do dot 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 and then blend everything in. And the way that this just, oh, it's so good. And my favorite part is it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything at all on my entire face. And that for summer for me is exactly what I want. But this foundation on, no foundation yet, you can tell it's just evening out my skin tone, which is like mostly what I want. I'm not too much looking for like full coverage. I'm a big fan. It's top tier. I'm gonna actually do a spritz. I use the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, the original. I feel like this is OG. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the semi-fun part, just finishing touches part. I like something super natural, and in the summer I like something that's super like sun-kissed, glowy, whatever. So obviously you have to go highlighter. So I like the Merit highlighter. This is in the shade Kava. It's very pretty, and I just do a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the bow, Cupid's bow, a little bit here, like a V, here. It's really supposed to be like the high points of your face. I honestly don't really know what that means on most days, so I kind of just go with the flow. And it just gives a nice glow. I feel like we are just glowing angelically. Still to this day, the best blush that I've used that's cream is the Saie Dew Blushes. These are so good. This is in the shade Chili, a really pretty baby pink color. It's very unassuming, I think. I think people are like, I don't know, is that gonna show up on dark skin? And I'll be the first one to tell you that it does. And again, I love blush. I also love lifting it. I like a lot of blush as well. I also like the nose. Some people will take a couple dots of this, put it on their hand and warm it up first.
I, however, like a little bit more of an intense blush look, so I go straight onto my face. And again, I take this blush brush, we'll take some of that product off my hand, and we just blend. You do the apples of your cheek, is that what that's called? And then I just blend all the way up. This is like Barbie. This is what I think like a brown skin, dark skin Barbie, like this is the blush she uses. Like it is so pretty. Okay, so then I also feel like I could go with a little bit more warmth and color. So I'm gonna use again the Say. This is like very much like a Say tutorial right now. Wow, I didn't realize how much I use. This is the Sun Melt, and I got it in a new shade during their friends and family sale. So I just felt like the tan bronze was more of like a winter shade for me. It was a little bit too close to my current skin tone because obviously I've been out in the sun and getting a little bit darker as the summer progresses. So I went with a little bit of a darker shade. My dad's calling me, so hey Pop.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
All right, can I call you back in like 5 minutes? I'm currently filming a sit-down video.
Yeah, no problem.
Say hello to the video.
Hey, video.
Hi, Mom.
All right, what y'all say? You gonna call me?
I'll call you back.
All right, bye-bye.
Cool, bye. Go straight in with a brush, and I just go here. Use my Not a Box of Chocolates eyeshadow palette, and this is the crease brush from that same pack of brushes, and this is what the palette looks like. It's really beautiful. It has a ton of really good like chocolatey brown colors, which I like for every day. I think I'm gonna take the shade, this actually fell out, so I actually don't know what any of these shades are, which is unfortunate for your purposes, but it's just kind of like a kind of dark reddish brown, but like kind of a little bit darker than my skin tone, and I just press it into the crease there. I'm gonna blend that out later, so don't be too stressed. Okay. And that looks really pretty. But those are pretty much like my main products that I use for my face, and I will get my mascara and my lip gloss, and we'll talk more about that in a second. Cute. All right, so very quickly, I just added some of the Dior lip oil. This is in the shade Rosewood. I still have not figured out like a good lip for me. I need to find like a good brown lip liner, and then I probably would just do that with a clear gloss for something like this, but I really like this. I think it gives just like a little something something to my lips, but I used that, and then I also used the Merit Clean Lash Mascara. This is my favorite mascara. I also really like the NARS Climax Mascara as well, but those were the final touches to my makeup. So that's pretty much a look. If I'm trying to go like very natural, minimal makeup, that's usually what I do, but I think it looks pretty good.
Hello, I'm back from the exhibit. I went to see the Karl Lagerfeld exhibit at the Met today, and it wasn't my favorite Met Gala theme or exhibit, to be honest, but I love looking at beautiful clothes, and beautiful clothes were on display, so it was a good time. The Met was so packed though, it was so busy, and I knew it was gonna be like this. I wanted to go during the week, but I just could not find a time that worked, and I didn't really realize it was closing so early. They usually go until like August, but it's okay, I made it work. But now I'm back in my apartment. I have had my makeup on for probably like 3-ish hours, and it still looks pretty fantastic, I'll say. And even through like sweating, like it's hot outside and I was sweating, and it still looks like this. So I'm luminescent, I'm glowing, it's great. But yeah, my shoes did well. But I walked in the museum, obviously, and then I walked back and the shoes were fine. So I'm just gonna continue to break them in, but I really like them. And yeah, I'm excited to style them in fun different ways. I feel like a maxi skirt, a midi skirt with those is like calling my name. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. I've been doing pretty well, meeting my once a week goal. So yeah, cool. I will see you next week. Bye.